right, yeah, there we go. VOD friends, lurkers, thank you for being here. It is Wednesday. I hope you are having as good of a Wednesday as you can. We have the hollowed armor. We want to build an arena to fight Plantera. That's the underground jungle. We're gonna need to gather up enough material to make said arena. We'll have to kill a bunch of stuff in the area to make the arena relatively safe. Probably bring in some rockets to help with the excavation. And then we'll have to throw my head at the wall until we beat Plantera. I remember the first time I played Calamity. I mentioned this yesterday. I got to Plantera and I hit a wall because I wasn't strong enough to beat it. And then I kind of stopped playing Calamity for a while until I picked it back up again. So we're going to work on that. I hope you're doing well. We'll be looking at Palace Cats today per usual. Thank you for being here. Hopefully your Wednesday has gone as well as it can, and the weather is not being too problematic for you. It's quite cold, but we haven't had any meaningful snow, and as long as that can ring true, it's a good thing. All right, let's see. And then we had just beaten Calamitous Clone twice. I definitely don't feel like I can have it on farm, because on farm means it's relatively easy to just be like, okay, summon this and you're dead, you know? We're not there just yet. All right, let's see. So we can definitely put some stuff away. We are gonna bring wood, because we absolutely will need that. We need the bacon, because that's gonna be probably the food item we use, since food gives buffs, and the higher rarity of the food, the better quality it is. Just putting some things away I know I'm not gonna need. I don't need to blindfold because I already have the equipment that is made from it. We can get rid of a bunch of these potions because I'm not needing them at the moment either. We can make a lens. That's not a big deal. Quick stack. I think I'm gonna put the souls in this first box so I don't have to constantly look for them. Okay. Yeah, we can make that work for now. I will need more train tracks eventually, but we're not there just yet. Okay, get rid of that, get rid of that. Let's see. I'm just gonna vendor that. Oh, I have two of these? Okay, we can definitely get rid of one of them then. We don't have all the stuff for Eye of the Storm, so that's going to be a minute. I did see a stack of those somewhere else, so that's kind of a non-issue. We're definitely going to hold on to both of those. Okay, good. And then we need to go back here. We definitely don't need all the hollowed bars in my inventory, so we're gonna put them in here as well. Oh yeah, we don't need that because I have 2 of them. Right. And we can put the potion away because we're not doing any fishing. I usually don't fish. Not in this. Okay, we'll make our way towards the jungle. We need to get down there, then specifically the underground jungle, because we need to make sure we're low enough that we'll be able to fight Plantera without her enraging. Jungle is, I have to figure out which side it is. I think it's here. Okay, so we'll go to Ocean, and then we'll head east. And we'll likely use dynamite for our excavation. Okay, let's see. Leave me alone. We'll also pull up one of our minions. I honestly could go from the tree because it is the lowest point, and that means I'll have to do less digging. So I think I will do that. All right. The turtles, they don't mess around. They do serious damage. And they'll like launch themselves at you from really far away. All right, so this is honey, and that's fine. I'm probably gonna want to go to the left of it and try to avoid spawning the bee if possible. Okay, that's hive as well. So let's try this way. And we made it sticky dynamite, so it just sticks more or less to wherever it lands. Okay. This is a large hive. Wow, this is a lot. We may have to go from the left instead. Okay. Okay. Let's see how we want to do this. I don't want to lose all the honey either, because honey is a very good surface. It gives a buff, which is, I think, regen and movement speed. Sylvie, how you doing? Thank you for stopping by. We're not doing bad. We just started streaming. I'm going to be fighting Plantera / building an arena for that. We're trying to find the quickest way to get to the jungle. Turns out where I was going to go to build it, it's a massive hive. So I think we're going to go to the left. How are you doing today? Has it been a good day for you and your family? Okay, yeah, we can go this way. This will be just fine. I'm glad to hear you're doing well. Enjoy whatever you end up getting for dinner. I haven't had dinner I had some hummus and some crackers. I'll probably eat dinner after, and I'm not sure what it's gonna be. Let's at least make this relatively flat before we continue. That's awkward. Let's put a block there. Or not. We'll have to wait, I guess. Yeah. I'm sure whatever I have will be good. I have to figure out what I actually want it to be. I'm gonna make some soup in the crock pot on Friday, and that will last me from Friday until the rest of the weekend. Just waiting for the rest of this honey to drip down so I can plug the gap. Yeah, they absolutely are. I love my crock pot. I get a lot of value out of it. Okay. How are your dogs doing? Also, Ellie Hirschman, thank you for stopping by. I hope you're doing well. I was lurking your stream the other day. It looked like you were playing some sort of spooky game. Yeah. Thank you for stopping by, Pixie. I hope dinner turns out well. And thank you for being here. So, Ellie Hirschman, what are you up to? All right, let's see. In Terraria, we are going to be finding a place to put the arena for Plantera. Then we need to set up that arena to actually kill Plantera. It's not going to be easy. Plantera is definitely a step up, especially in Calamity. I guess I'll just farm some of these honey blocks. I think I can use it for something. And then I'll want a bunch of glass jars so I can have, what's it called, honey as a liquid due to the buffs it provides. I want this to be somewhat even as well. We'll also be looking at some Palace Cats shortly. All right, let's see. Let's just keep going. Oh, yeah, that's probably far enough away. Let's start blasting. Oh yeah, turtles are very scary. They do big damage. Alright. And the key is to not accidentally blow up the a Plantera bulb while we're doing this, because that is absolutely possible. And if I accidentally summon the boss, then I'm gonna run like the Dickens, because I don't like to fight bosses until I'm ready. Alright, let's see. So I don't really care about Amethyst. I don't need this jungle grass. I can buy more. Let's get some of this mahogany. I need as much wood as I can anyways, because I'm gonna have to build the arena. There we go. I mean, that's still not even, but we'll get there. Right now, our armor's about as good as it can be. We're in, what's it called? Hallowed armor. And I have the weapon I'll be using. I'm using a Dark Echo Great Bow. It fires 2 arrows. It fires a ricocheting crystal dart. So the piercing and the ricochet will be good for the various extra parts of Plantera. Think like Little Shop of Horrors, but it's a boss. And because it is Calamity, they made it a harder fight. So AoE spore clouds that do acid, and a bunch of other shenanigans, you know? So this hive is massive. I was hoping by heading to the left of it, I would be able to get away from it entirely. But it looks like we're gonna have to keep going to the left because I don't want to accidentally summon a queen bee when I'm fighting Plantera, you know? Even though queen bee is a pre-hard mode boss. But we know we're in the jungle because we have the jungle music. Because each biome has its own music. Alright. I want to make sure this is even as well. It'll bother me if it's not. Really? Is it not gonna let me? Boo. Huh. Let's put it there, maybe. No, it looks like you cannot place hive. Huh, that is surprising. That seems like something you would be able to place. I guess we're just gonna even it out this way then. If anyone is following the nonsense that's going on with YNW Melly, that's the I wake up in the morning, I got Minecraft on my mind. Sometime in December 2023, it was discovered that one of his lawyers is getting in trouble for witness tampering slash more or less misconduct. And the misconduct is allegedly related to the case. So YNW Melly needs a retrial because I think the first one was a mistrial. The prosecution, it very much looks like they're doing everything they can to screw YNW Melly over. He's already been in jail for over 2,000 days. So it's kind of wild. They literally had a whole year and change. They could have been like, by the way, we learned about this. This may mean that the whole team needs to be excused, or YNW Melly needs to be made aware of this so he can make an informed decision. And they basically didn't bring it up until after the first mistrial. And I do really think it was just to screw him over. Delay as much as possible. It wouldn't be the first time and it won't be the last time there's prosecutorial misconduct. And I watched a lawyer cover the hearing the other day, and I think it was the representative for the DA was like, well, it's an open investigation. We don't want to show you, judge. And the judge is like, well, quite frankly, you need to, because this is a death penalty case. And YNW Melly has the right to be able to make an informed decision. So I thought that was pretty interesting. There we go, we'll just plug it up with some mud for now. And let's keep going left until we find the end of the hive. Then we'll just dig straight south and not have to deal with it. I did not expect the hive to be nearly this large. I'm like, oh, I know there's a hive here, but it can't be that bad, right? Okay. I do wish I had my rocket launcher because the timer on Dynamite, it takes longer to get going. But I don't have an amazing digging implement, so Dynamite's still going to be my best option. Okay. I think we finally found the edge of it. So we're probably just going to go straight south now until we find a Plantera bulbs. We also need to make sure to not accidentally destroy the Plantera bulb and summon the boss before the arena is ready. Okay. We also did need life fruit, so this is good that we had to do some extra exploring. Once your health bar is at 400, then you can use life fruit to enhance it. And Calamity adds several other upgrades so you can get even more health. Which I gotta say, it's quite nice. Okay. Oh, that's actually a good point. I don't have my knockback immunity on, so I'm gonna want that. Ad break just procced. I will see you all shortly.
They're mourning Jimmy Carter. The banks are closed. The post office is closed. Yep.
Good night, Mom.
Good night, baby.
Love you.
Love you too.
Thank you for working as hard as you do.
You're welcome.
So, despite my best efforts and attempts, my minion decided to trigger the queen bee fight. So, we're gonna have a bonus mini fight. Not that it's gonna be overly hard because queen bee is a pre-hard mode boss fight. It's possible I've already killed one before in this world. I don't remember. So, we'll find out. Okay. We're just gonna stand here and chuck axes until it dies. Nice. So the bee has been eliminated. Very good. It would seem I have not killed it before because it dropped like its curio and such. Let's see. Yeah, we don't need that. That's a rogue item. We don't need that. We don't need lead. We'll hold on to the bee nades for now. All right. Yoink. I was trying to put some torches down, and then all of a sudden it's like the queen bee has been summoned, and I'm like, oh boy. All right. Just so I know where we've been. Okay. Oh, that's right, the witch doctor. So that's good. I think I need to buy something from her anyways. I also heard a switch. Not sure where I landed that I triggered it. And yeah, we have to be careful down here because you can start running into the Plantera bulbs. And if it just gets destroyed, surprise boss fight. Yoink. I do need life crystals for heart lanterns. So that's a good thing to have. Heart lanterns, they give regen. Same with bonfire. And they stack. So it's always a good thing to have them in any area where you're thinking you're gonna fight a boss. Okay. So chat, how is everyone's Wednesday? Are you thriving? Have you had a good day at work? Are you chilling? What are you up to? Oh, it's possessed armor. I was wondering what the tinging was. Okay, demon altar, some night owl. I do hear turtles. They do big damage. Still no Plantera bulb yet. That's fine. One also has to be careful that you don't plant too many torches in one area, because if there's 100 torches in a certain like dimension, it'll spawn a mini boss that turns all the torches into weapons, and you have to live until they're all extinguished. Then you get the torch god's blessing, which makes all torches automatically be the right biome color, which gives a luck bonus. And I'm not ready for that fight. Because you can't kill them. You have to survive. It's a bit of a bullet hell. And it's complete blindness outside of the light from the torches. As they zing past you. Alright. I'm going to despawn it. The constant tinging was kind of bothering me. Alright. We don't need tin. We can hold on to the mud. We're gonna put this here. That way we can put the dynamite there. We are underground, so we just need to find a space that's suitable to build my arena. This actually might not be a bad area. Oh boy, I'm gonna eat that. Oh, only half my health. Okay, not the worst thing in the world. Oh, chlorophyte. Nice. I can't do anything with it yet, but I will be able to soon-ish. Alright. Hmm. I do only have so much air, so I have to be careful as I'm excavating. Alright, let's see. We want to make sure there's nothing in the way that I can accidentally get stuck on. So I will need something that's able to mine the chlorophyte. Normally, there's a point in the jungle where you find like 1 billion Plantera bulbs, and we haven't found that area yet. It also needs to be a really long in terms of width area, so I'm gonna have to carve out a good bit, it looks like, to actually have the arena. Okay. Alright. I may have to look up what tier I need to actually do the chlorophyte. Run away! Alright, let me look this up, because I don't know what level I need to actually be able to mine it. Why are you like this? We're going to be doing some clicking. On. Okay. Pickaxe axe, so I need hollowed. Yeah, that's fine then. We can make that work. Alright. So, new window. Let's go back to this. Pickaxe axe or the Drax. Okay. So we can deal with that shortly. Alright. Beep. Yeah, I gotta say, I'm surprised I haven't found any bulbs yet for the boss. Lots of water, though. And spooters. Ah, Mimic. Very spoopy. It is only a normal mimic though, so it's not as bad. The biome specific mimic are significantly scarier in my opinion. All right, just to free up some space. Okay. I do need some of that. I'm trying to focus on not getting myself blowed up in a video game. That's not too bad. As far as being able to get back here. Okay. Jungle spores, that's good. We can put away. We will need some of them. I don't need more spider webs for now. Eventually, we are gonna want a chlorophyte farm, so I will need mud and chlorophyte ore, but we're not there just yet. Alright, now we're starting to see more of the jungle, which means we're probably gonna run into Plantera bulbs relatively soon. Alright, let's get back. Gotta do some sorting and clean out the old stash so I can have room. Okay, let's see. Quick stack. Quick stack. Alright. Okay, good. Not a material. Material is a material. Anything that's not a material or like an upgradable thing, we can more or less throw away. And we're not a rogue because bosses see through stealth. So it doesn't really do anything for me. I do need some of these though, because I need them for crafting. So we're gonna grab our imbuing station. We're gonna grab our bewitching table. We're not a summoner, so we don't need the pygmy necklace. Let's start eating some of our fruit because we can fill up our health bar even more. And then once we run out of that, there's a few other things we can use to get more health. Okay, let's see what else we need. We need to place these somewhere. They're more or less crafting stations. No, that's gonna be in the way. Let's see. I guess we're just gonna put it there then. That works. We can put some of the other ones away. Reagents would be things like plant seeds and such. Flowers. I'm gonna put jungle spore in there too for now. I'm gonna hold on to the hearts in case I find more along the way. All right, let's get back to where we were. Kind of. Let's see. Okay, so we need to go back down here, then it's slowly down into the left. I'm sure there's a joke in there, make of it what you will. Whee! Thank goodness for immunity to fall damage. Whenever I start a new character / new world, I'll sometimes forget I don't have immunity to it. And then I splatter and it's like, oh, damn it. Which is why usually the first, like, thing that can provide me immunity when I'm given the opportunity is immunity to fall damage. Alright. Interesting. I am gonna need to get rid of some of these trees solely for the fact that I need a lot of wood for my platforms. Like, snakes are really cool, but when it comes to jungle stuff, miss me with spooters and various other insects, you know? Also, being able to use the axe as a light source with the secondary attack is really nice. It means I don't have to have an item dedicated to light. Yoink. I do need Needler, no pun intended, for something, but I don't think I have the other part of the recipe, because I believe that only drops from Golem, which is a boss after you beat Plantera. So that's gonna be a minute. Yoink. Oh, I never made my axe. Oh, goodness. I feel silly. Okay. All right, what do I know we can throw away? We'll let the gel accumulate because I will need that for more bonfires, etc. On the upside, there is a pretty good amount of chlorophyte here, so that's handy. All right. Okay, we did find a Plantera bulb, so our arena can be pretty close. Thank you, Yumi. I hope you've had a great afternoon as well. I greatly appreciate you stopping by as usual. I am doing well. Much appreciate the lurk. We have found a Plantera bulb, so as that's the thing that summons the boss we need, we can start working on our boss arena near it. because I want to be able to be, as soon as I break it, in place to fight the boss. I hope you, the dogs, all the cats, and your partner are doing well and thriving, Yumi. Alright, let's start excavating since we did find a bulb. We need a very large open space. And then we have to also make sure to not blow up the bulb, because then we'll accidentally have to fight the boss before I'm ready. Ouch. Okay, there's the bulb. I'll hold on to the sill. Alright. I have to remember I do still need to grab my Drax for the chlorophyte. Oh, nice, a yo-yo. Let's put the sapphire away. It isn't a material though, so we can get rid of it. Careful. Careful. We do not want to blow it up. That would have been spicy. Just had a silt trap fall on me. Silt's like sand. If you blow up what's below it, it then just falls on you and you can suffocate. It's not ideal. Spooter with a different kind of venom, which is why the normal poison thing doesn't work. Oh, this is gonna hurt. Alright. Ad is about the proc. I will see you all shortly. I'm gonna grab the Drax while we're here. Okay. Meow, and we're back. We made our magic quiver, so we have unlimited arrows. Our bow I think our bow turns normal arrows into something, so it's fine that we're using normal arrows. There's a few other things we can also put away before we get back into the excavation of the jungle. It's a real Fern Gully Pocahontas Dances with Wolves, but Terraria. Okay. That is a material. I already have a bunch of bone dust, so I don't really care that much. We're gonna get rid of the red squirrel for now. Hold on to the silt because we probably will find more at some point. Just get rid of them. I don't care that much. I am gonna probably need like 4 bonfires. Okay. I think I did like this cosmetic outfit, which is why I bought it. That will free up a few slots here. We'll put the Needler away, we'll put the Nature's Gift away, we'll put Stingers away, and we'll put away these two. I'm trying to make sure I'm not throwing away something I need a lot of, right? I'm actually going to use this in the arena, I think. Okay, seeds, they go in the reagent box. Let's sort that. Oh, that's where I put stars. Stars are technically ammo, so I'm going to put them in the ammo box. Alright. Let's actually put the sapphire away. I have a different box for that. Okay. I'm gonna hold on to a decent stack of mud just in case I need to like smooth up the arena below it. Below the actual arena to create like a floor. I think the rest of that is honestly fine though. So now we're gonna go back and continue our excavation. So that would be over here, and then yeah. I'm glad my this is ocean, but because I did pearlstone, it's going to convert the sand part to hallowed desert, and then it turns this into a hallowed ocean, which I think it looks really neat. All right. I also like the hallowed biome because it has useful mobs that will spawn, like the unicorns, the pixies, etc. And it helps stave off corruption, which is useful since corruption is everywhere in this game. All right, so we want to go over, down, and then to the left. We're immune to fall damage, very big. Love to see it, love to hear it. Whee! All right, so we're probably going to be carving out our arena right in here because we have this bulb, we have a Plantera bulb like in here, I think. Or here, yeah. Okay, so right around this is gonna be where the arena is. So we need to carve all of that out and put up a fuck ton of platforms, lanterns, etc. Oh, I didn't grab my axe. I got everything but the axe. Oh, my brain is not, it's not braining today. All right. That's probably a lab. The labs are things from Calamity. You unlock them through the game via progression, and they give you items for crafting, etc. Okay. Careful. All right. All right. Beep. Oh, that's a lot of chlorophyte. Love to see it. Chlorophyte's big later because of homing bullets, plus the armor you can make with chlorophyte. Alright, so there's the bulb. Alright. The Pixie probably wants to show us something. It's not a huge deal. I'm trying to see if I can find the thing it wants to show me on its own, but it might not be able to. Or it might just be all this chlorophyte, which is also a thing. Let's see. Don't care, don't care. Alright. We'll get back to this bulb eventually. We know where it is, so it's fine. Okay. That's a long drop. Alright, so the floor of this area is more or less this biolab. So we'll want to make our arena above that. Realistically. Alright. I am surprised we've only found one bulb though, but I only need one, so I guess it's fine, you know? Okay, let's see. Spooters, very scary. Don't need lead. We'll grab the heart fruit. That's probably a mimic. Yeah, I'm not sure what it wants to show me yet. Normally it's something good, but I'm gonna laugh if it's like a normal life heart, you know? I need this mahogany, so it's fine. Really? A chest? Yeah, I don't care. I know it could have something good, but it probably doesn't. So we're just gonna be done with that fairy and go back where we wanted to be, which would basically be like right in here. Alright. Ah, mimic. Okay, we don't need silver. We don't need the hook. I will hold on to the moon glow. I am gonna get rid of the stone though. We already have Titan gloves, so we're gonna throw that away as well. And then throw away another dual hook. Let's eat some fruit. Nom nom. Wood. Let's start making platforms. All right. This is gonna have to go as well. Anything that gets in the way of my traversal is gonna be a problem. Which is why I eventually do need the Drax, because I need to be able to clear all the chlorophyte. I don't want to, like, almost win, hit a piece of chlorophyte, and then die, you know? Okay. Alright, so... yeah, and all this stuff that looks like tennis ball green, that's the chlorophyte. We are gonna make the Drax now, or the pickaxe axe, before I forget. That way, I'm not having to come back for a 5th time because I can't remember one thing. Okay, where did I actually put the axes? The ore is the real question. Okay, let's see. So, hollowed ore. There it is. Okay. Alright, so pickaxe, axe, or Drax. It doesn't really matter as long as I have one of them. Huh. What am I missing to make it? Let's see. Okay. Fright, sight might. Gotcha. Okay, that's fine then. We can do that right now. Ah. Okay. Might, fright, sight. Okay. And we already have the hollowed armor, so we don't have to worry about that. Now that we've found a bulb, we can more or less focus on making the arena. I will need more heart lanterns eventually, though, because I'm definitely going to need more than one of those for the arena to help with regen. Okay, so yeah, pickaxe, axe. Instead of adamantite. And let's see. Yeah, I'd say that's all we realistically need. All right, let's see. I think I need this for something, but I might already have one in my inventory somewhere else. That does mean we can sell off our old pickaxe, though, because we definitely don't need it anymore. A hollowed jungle would be interesting. All right. There we go. So we need to make the pickaxe axe legendary because that's the best affix for general purposes and such. Okay. And that's something nice I like about the Reforge overhaul. No more spamming until you get the one you need. You can literally select it as long as you have the gold. Okay, not that. Not that one. There we go. Yeah, we did have one, so I'm glad I didn't waste them and make more. Also, this can go in the ammo box because it is ammo. Think I'm gonna bring some iron with me so we can do the lanterns, or I'll make them now. I think I'll make them now. All right. So sight, might. I can make more mine carts, so that's a non-issue. There we go. Alright, let's put the stars where they belong, aka ammo. I'm not a spellcaster, and I've already maxed out my mana bar with, like, the basic ones. I know I made a bunch of chain, but I don't remember where it is. Alright. Heart lantern. We're probably gonna need at least 2 more. I have 2 worm things, so we're gonna get rid of one of them. Alright. Let's put the hollowed bars away. Same box for these. Hey Frizz, how you doing? Hope you, the fam, the dogs, etc. are doing well. That you're thriving, playing Magic Arena, and the other game that I'm currently forgetting you're playing. Oh, right, Path of Exile 2. Thank you for stopping by. We are currently taking our Terraria break for about 2 to 3 weeks before I go back to the monotypes of Rad Red. I found a Plantera bulb, so the rest of the stream will likely be dedicated to setting up an arena for Plantera and getting ready to fight her. I hope you've had a good Wednesday, or at least as good as you can. Let's make some more silk, just to get that out of the way. I'm always running out of room. I'm glad to hear that. More or less, Mom was sick. We caught it early, so she's doing better. I'm trying to avoid getting sick, combination of allergies, etc. You never know what it is until it actually becomes a thing. Okay, gotcha. Hope you're having fun with the MTG and you're being a real robber baron on the BDO market. All right, let's go back to the arena that I need to make. We did finally make our pickaxe axe so we can get the chlorophyte, because there's a bunch of chlorophyte that's going to be in the way of my farm. I hope Nagi is doing well. I know it's summer for you, so hopefully he's got some air or he's laying on the tile trying to beat the heat. We've had a mild winter so far, and I hope it stays that way. All right, down we go. Yeah, Hopefully nothing serious. I absolutely agree. All right, let's see. So probably around here, because I think the bulb is here. All right, so let's start farming up some of the chlorophyte since it is in the way. I'm probably gonna need at least 2 more heart lanterns. I don't think 2 is gonna be enough. Honestly, the one that was difficult was the Plague Bringer Goliath. I was stuck on it for a while. Peace in your life. I do love that you've been able to achieve such peace. I love that for you. And it is a shame that the peace will be gone, but I'm glad you were able to achieve it. That's a biolab for the jungle. I don't really care about it. Well, like I said, we need to make an arena for Terraria, for Plantera. I would say it's going well. I thought I was going to be able to do Plantera yesterday, but I forgot about a bunch of other bosses needed to do in order to trigger it. So, we're getting there. All right, let's see. Bulb's right there. Like, this is not my first time playing Calamity. I've gotten to, like, those 3 bosses that you have to fight in order to fight the Calamitous Witch. And I haven't finished that playthrough because obviously I wasn't streaming it. All right. Really, you've never played Calamity? I figured you would have played it up and down and sideways. If you're not familiar with Calamity, it adds like 18 bosses after Moonlord. And it adds a lot of other content. Oops. There you go. Sorry, Mr. Tortoise. We have an ad break in about a minute. After the ad break, we'll look at some Palace Cats. Oh, yeah. Okay, completely understood. I've only played Terraria with friends once, and they were very big into modding, so that more or less encouraged me to encounter Calamity. I probably would have never touched Calamity otherwise, because I always thought the baseline experience of Terraria was hard enough that it didn't need to be made harder, you know? Okay. Ad break is about to proc. I will see you all shortly. correctly, Carla. All right, and we're back. So we're gonna continue on making an arena, as is tradition. We have to be careful to not accidentally blow up a Plantera bulb. That would be pain. Okay. I have to make sure I have enough area above and below me by a bit in order to actually be able to fight the boss. Meowdy Pizza Place, how you doing? Thank you for stopping by. We're currently working on Calamity Terraria. We need to build a large enough arena to fight Plantera. Then after that, I think it's Golem, Plague Bringer, Goliath, and a bunch of others. How are you doing? Did you work? Are you chilling? What's up? Plantera bulbs right here, so when the arena is done, we'll just crack this. Okay, what can we throw away? I know we don't need. Alright. I have a lot of these already, so I can just throw them away and not give a shit. Alright. It beats having to go back and, you know, constantly vendor and such. It's a long way to go. The biggest thing has been making sure there's nothing in the way, be it chlorophyte, trees, etc. It's going to be at least 2 platforms with a good bit of distance between it, with heart lanterns and bonfires. I hope you're enjoying your Helldivers. I never got into the game for reasons, and may you spread all the democracy. Alright, so we wanted to continue this way because the arena needs to be pretty long as well. Okay. And we have our Ankh shield, so we're not constantly getting knocked back every time we're trying to do any digging / placing of blocks. Alright. Yeah, this is gonna have to go as well because it's in the way. Yeah, it needs to be just a bit longer. Let's see. What we're currently using is the Axe of Purity. It's right click, has projectiles that pass through, it's really good at dealing with bosses that have a lot of segments. Like the worm, when it comes to the actual boss, we'll be using the Unreal Dark Echo Great Bow, which is cryogen, or well, cryonic. I forget if it's a material. It is not a material, so we can throw it away. Alright. Basically, anything that's not a material, we vendor. Because if it doesn't build into something, there's no point in having it. And we already have our Ankh Charm, so Ankh Shield, so we don't need armor polish. Alright. The arena is close enough that I don't want to blow up my arena by using dynamite. So we'll probably put it like right here, and that'll likely be enough. Okay, good. Also, ow. Alright. Okay, that's not bad. Uh-huh. There we go. That's probably enough. Now we need to do at least a level above us and a level below us. How do I want to do this? Let's go from underneath. There you go. Yeah, that's silt, so it'll just more or less all fall down. There we go. Nice, it didn't blow up. I was legit waiting for it to go boom. Okay, we don't need. Recall potions, always useful. I will grab Danger Sense, I will grab Splunker. Don't need a healing potion, don't need dynamite. I don't need shoe spikes, I already have them on another character. We'll use the Danger Sense. We'll use a shine potion. We can now grab that chest. Delete the chest, so I don't think it's a mimic. Okay, we can make that work. I don't need to pick up any of this, so I'll probably end up resetting the world at least once, so all of it goes away, because I don't need it. Okay. Oh, that's fun. Moth. Oh, it's red because of the Danger Sense. I'm like, what the hell is a red thing? I forgot. I'm like, oh, yeah, that would do it. Okay, this can go here then. Alright, so let's go back to the wall, and then we gotta go above and below. Let's see. Probably like this. Let's see. Damn it. Pizza, are you gonna be streaming tonight? I saw you were streaming Dave the Diver earlier. That was before I had to do IRL stuff, so I wasn't able to watch. Alright. We're gonna put the platform starting here, then we'll go from one side to the other. And we're immune to knockback, so we just gotta tank the damage from the bats. Which is 1, so it's like a non-issue. The hornets, though, they do some damage. Alright. We can blow this up. There we go. Ooh, life fruit. We do need more of that. I don't really care about dye, so we can easily throw that away. Alright. This needs to go as well. Yummy chlorophyte. I'm gonna need a lot of it, which is why I usually set up a chlorophyte farm. Alright. Nice, not a mimic. Love to see it. I'll do a danger sense as well. Honestly, I think we have enough of that. Same here. No. No. Okay, we want to throw that away. It does hurt my inner loot goblin to be throwing so much stuff away, but at the same time, it's not something of value. Alright. Platform. There we go. Let's put a light so I can actually see where we need to go. Alright, that's good. Ooh, chlorophyte, nice. Alright, okay, this can go as well. Alright. Alright. There we go. Alright. Just to clear all the extra loot that I'm not going to be picking up. Back to Cinnabon Island. We teleport to the ocean. I might have to put a chest here just so I have like a dump tab. I know we don't need the dirt. I probably will make a home in the jungle at some point because I'm gonna have to use this Plantera arena for several other bosses in the jungle. So there's no reason not to put a home down there eventually, you know? Down we go. I haven't fought Torch God yet, so my arenas are not... They don't have corresponding torches yet. At some point I will fight the Torch God, though. Alright, let's keep going. Alright. We're almost back to where we started. Okay. Just so I can see. They don't have to be exact. Just like enough, you know? Alright. Yeah, we can make that work. Yeah, the turtles do big damage. Everything else is like 1 or 2 damage. Alright. Okay, we're almost at the end of this part. We'll want one above us then as well. Alright. Okay. Alright. And then... yeah, that's fine. Okay. So we got an arena. Da-da-da-da. Gonna need to get rid of this big chunk here and probably some of this. There we go. We've gotten most of the chlorophyte out of here, so we're not gonna like hit a block when we're trying to kite the boss. Alright, let's see. Ah, here we go. I was trying to think, where is the big old block in the way? Okay. Being immune to knockback, it seems like such a simple thing compared to like ailments that poison, blind, etc. But losing control of your character feels really bad, especially if you don't have fall damage or you're trying to build something, you know? Lamau, you're all dead and it doesn't matter. Alright, let's see. Alright, so most of that's gone. There's like a sliver here. That's gonna be in the way, so we need to get rid of that as well. Honestly, I'm gonna put my summon down. I don't think it will kill Plantera. If it does, we'll have to log out. Alright. Let's see. I'm trying to eyeball it. Yeah, I think that's fine. Okay. Oh boy, moth. Alright. Ah, it was a background. I'm like, what the fuck is that? All right, good. We also need to know where the walls are, so we're gonna put a few torches down periodically. That way I'm not more or less kiting myself into oblivion. Alright. Alright. This will be the last level of the platform. We're still thankfully in range of heart lanterns and bonfire, so we only needed one of each. Okay. So that will need to go, a little bit of it at least. Alright, that's 8. Alright. Alright, good. How much further? Let's see. Just a bit more. Like 2 or 3 more. There we go. Oh, good, a merchant. I can sell some of this off once I kill the trash mobs. Alright. I think I do need more of those, so I'm not going to ditch it just yet. We want to hold on to the bacon, we want to hold on to the silt, we can get more trapper bulbs. We already have a marrow. And we're not doing yo-yo stuff, so we don't need yo-yos. I think I already have a claw carapace at home, so we don't need more of that. Okay, that's fine. Sure, I guess. Alright, so we have a pretty good arena here. Let's make sure to get rid of any other stuff that's in the way. Alright. May as well since we're here. We have an ad in about 30 seconds, so feel free to grab some water, do some stretching, grab a snack, whatever you need to do. Just so I can't get stuck, I'm gonna put a layer of pink gel below this platform. That way I also bounce for more mobility. Alright, let's see. made it into blocks. Fuck. All right, and we're back. The arena is almost ready. I do have to swap some gear though, most likely. So yeah, we'll end up swapping out the Ankh shield for the magic quiver. That'll make my bow better. And then I more or less need everything else. Let's put away some of the consumables though, that I know I'm not going to be using. It is a boss, so I will be using the bacon. And I'll be using potions that give damage buffs or mobility buffs. Alright, let's see. The first time you fight a boss is always dicey because you don't know if you can do it. And I don't want to go all out just this once and then it turns out I either didn't need to or it wasn't enough. So I don't usually burn like a lot of potions on the first try. Yeah, we'll definitely use the archery potion since we're going to be using the bow for damage. Let's see, quick stack. Oh, it doesn't, I don't actually have room. So if that's the case, we'll do it like that. Right? Okay. Quick stack. What else can go? Oh, this is nothing, so that's easy. We can get rid of gold. We don't need more of it. No. I actually have a better idea. That'll help with damage. I forgot that this isn't the Baronautical. That's the one that converts arrows. So we'll actually benefit from having better baseline arrows, you know? Okay. Okay. Well, we will hold on to it, though. Same thing with this. Not this. Hold on to that. We will want more mud. We can put away the extra heart lantern. Could have sworn I had an extra bonfire I needed to put away, but I'm not seeing it. Put away the submarine shocker as well. We do need to reforge the quiver. Okay. And we like to go warding because it's 1% damage reduction and a flat 5. So it adds up very quickly. And that helps. Because I'm pretty good at always getting hit. So if I'm gonna get hit, I may as well take less damage. Alright. Actually, no, we'll swap when we get to the boss fight. Okay. Got our bow. Got the buff. Oh, I do need to put a few of the items back. Because when I did the quick stack, it removed a bunch of them. Okay, so that's movement speed. That's just so I can see better. Archery. Endurance. That will realistically do. Okay, let's go back. Before we do the Plantera fight, we are going to look at some palace cats because they are wonderful creatures. Truly some of God's finest creations. And that's with a big G. Whee! Alright. And then, yeah, realistically, I'll use this arena for any other jungle boss, like Plague Bringer Goliath. Which that was significantly harder than I thought it would be. Alright. So, oh yeah, I wanted to do the final layer to be a, something I could fall off of and not, like, die. Oh no, the steampunker's dead. What a shame. This way I'm not getting stuck when I'm trying to like navigate, losing health and such, being like poisoned or blinded, you know? I just have enough, it looks like. Not for all of it, but for a good bit of it at least. So then we'll just excavate all of this and make it flat. I actually haven't seen any other pinkies. Those are the unique slimes that have the pink gel. But I probably will find more at some point. Alright, let's see. Alright, good. Nice and even until you fall, and then it gets all fucked up. Ah. Okay, good. Had to make sure the water wasn't gonna get in the way of it, you know? Alright, let's put some whatnot at the bottom. There we go. There we go. Alright, good. We can sell off some of this junk and then we'll get ready to fight Plantera. All right, let's see. I'm gonna hold on to that metal detector. All right. So let's pull up some Palace Cats real quick because they are adorable. Once again, truly one of God's finest creations. These ones are new-ish. So this is... I have no clue how to say it, so I'm just going to say it in the most, like, English-American way. Sun Xiaoman. I believe this is the... I want to say this is the mother of Dunzi. We'll have to look at the family tree. There's a good bit of inbreeding within the Chinese Meownwell family tree, which is not ideal. This was taken fall 2024. Absolutely adorable cat. You kind of got the brown boots, but then you got like what looks like white socks. You got what looks like predominantly a dark black coat with distinct black lines around here. White chin, that's usual. Very stripy tail. Super adorable. So, Sun Xiaomen. She's still alive. Love that. She was named after the 8th term in the Chinese solar calendar. Very adorable cat. Very pretty. Truly one of God's finest creatures. Then this is... This may... I believe this is sadly the one that passed away. Well, no. Okay. This is the one that passed away, sadly, this year. Sun Dayang. Sun Danyang is Dunzi's sister. And she sadly passed away. She used to go... Mrrr. And I do have a video of her at some point. So that's... We love that. It is a shame that she passed away. Once again, Palace Cats have a high infant mortality rate. They have weak immune systems. So... It was gonna happen at some point. And I fucking hate that for us. But yeah, Sun Changyang, absolutely adorable. Got a nice round head, huge whiskers, sitting in a tree looking like some kind of owl. She was moved from the wild to the Qinghai Tibet Plateau Wildlife Zoo. That's awesome. So unenthused, got the rock eyebrow doing its thing. These were taken also in September 2024 by Timothy Lee. I suspect that's the person I saw get new pictures of Dunzi the other day, because it would track that the user was named Timothy, and then this user is also Timothy. So it's probably one and the same. There's Dunzi, the Heavenly Emperor himself. He's got such a beautiful coat, big old boots, cute boopable nose. Big fan. We love Dunzi. He is so adorable, such a precious animal, truly. And hopefully you all can appreciate him as much as I do, or at least a fraction of that, you know. And then there's another one of Dunzi. He's got a nice little wicker basket with a blanket in it, just loafing around. Truly, truly a remarkable creature. This is also him getting his eep on. He's such an eepy boy, just resting in the sun, getting some rays, you know. All right, let's see if we can take on Plantera. All right, so we want that. We want that. We can get rid of that. We'll go this. All right, let's see. I think we'll go with that. And if it's not enough, then we'll swap to the other item. Okay, let's see if we can make this work. We have to smash the bulb as well for to summon the boss. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's put the bow on 1. Plantera bulb, you are where exactly? Right here. All you need to do is smash it. Actually smash it. Oh boy. That's a lot of HP. And I don't know what side she's coming from yet. Ah, there she is. I'm gonna have to be focused for a bit. I'm also trying to see how much damage it actually does to me. Yeah, this is not doing a lot. I do not love that. Like, this is one of the weapons they recommend, you know? And it's just very slowly chipping away. I mean, I'm slowly chipping at it, but boy, is it not doing much. Honestly, I think we're gonna run out of arrows at this point. Not ideal. All right. Yeah, we're legit gonna run out of arrows. That is not ideal. Also, it's doing way more damage than I thought as far as the poison I was getting inflicted with. There we go. At least we'll be immune to knockback. Come on, you. Oh, I never ate my food. That will help a little bit. There you go. Honestly, I may have to swap to my melee weapon. I'm not using a melee set, so it's not going to do a lot, but I may have to. Oh, wow, yeah. That was not ideal. I thought I'd do way more damage than that, in all honesty. Let's see. I mean, it's kind of doing it, but it's not great either. Okay. Ow, that was definitely more than I wanted to see. No. I think when I did it the first time, I used the caustic edge or whatever. It's a fire weapon that does acid and something else. I didn't feel like making it this time, so I tried using the bow. I ran out of my good arrows, so that's why we're in melee mode. Those do more than I'd like. No. We've almost got it. I don't want to jinx it, though. I'm definitely not able to farm this boss yet. Absolutely would want better gear if I'm going to try to farm her. Maybe she'll drop something good that'll actually help us farm her, you know? Like, I feel like the damage of the melee weapon in not a melee set, it's okay. But the fact that it's melee means I'm going to be in close. And then I get chonked by contact damage from Plantera. Okay, good. So the Plantera, we have weeded the mulch bed as it were. You'll love to hear it. You'll love to see it. Let's see if I actually got something halfway useful from her that I can use. But this arena will suffice. I'm grateful that it was enough, and we were able to do it first try, though the damage was indeed lacking. Also, I need to figure out what a shadow diamond does, because I'm not familiar. Okay. doesn't tell me. So maybe it's in the baseline game. Let's see. Oh, it's for magic storage. Well, that would explain why I've never heard of it. All right. So, Sport Sack isn't really bad, but the only thing Plantera actually dropped was the staff, and I gotta tell you, not great. Oh yeah, and the Yellettes, but I think that dropped from a trash mob. Ad break. We will be back shortly. All right. All right, and we're back. So Plantera down. We can go do dungeon stuff. I think what's realistically going to happen is I'm going to go back to my arena and I'm going to try to get enough perennial ore so we can go to the next upgrade in armor, which would be, I think, Bestial Armor or Reaver Bloom, whatever the hell it's called. And that will be useful because it's a step up, which means more defense, more health, etc. Alright. Let's also put some of our money away because I don't want to be losing it when I die. Alright. There you go. Let's go back to the ocean and then down. I probably will build a whatnot a house down there at some point, but I don't think we're there yet. We also need to find the temple because I do have to fight the golem eventually. I was hoping I would have found the temple by now, but we did not. In my prior world, the temple was very close to where my arena ended up becoming. So that's a thing. All right. And if I'm gonna want to farm the perennial ore, I'm probably gonna put a water candle somewhere on one of the platforms, just so I have more spawns. We can also do some looking for the temple to see if it's in the, like, immediate area, you know? We do need more heart lanterns, so that's fine. Plantera bulb if we want to fight Plantera again. Let's grab another life crystal. Okay. That's probably chlorophyte. And I think chlorophyte can be turned into perennial and vice versa with the shimmer. But I haven't found shimmer yet. Shimmer is a substance that turns certain items into different items. And there's like a loot table of what turns into what, you know? All right. So far, we've only found one other Plantera bulb. Not many. There is a item you can make that will summon it. So if we want to farm Plantera, that's absolutely a thing we can do. That's the biolab. It's something that Calamity adds, but I've never bothered with it, in all honesty. And to be frank, I'm not even sure how it fucking works. Alright. Okay. Demonite, I don't need it. Oh, there's a chest. Nice. Gotta be careful that it's not a mimic. Okay. It was not a mimic. Awesome. Love to see it. Get rid of that, get rid of that. Take the... I always get rid of the chest so I know it's something I've looted. Oh, bruh. Alright. Nice. Oh, another life crystal. Yeah, we take that every day of the week. Just to get rid of this palladium. I swear, if that pixie is freaking out over like a basic bitch chest, I'm gonna try to kill it if I can. Okay. All right. It is quite surprising. I've only found one other Plantera bulb, though, I gotta say. Normally, the jungle is, like, full of them, you know? Alright. Yoink. Gimme, gimme. No, no. I don't need palladium ore, so that's a non-issue. Alright. Hooray, more heart lanterns. I'm still sticking with the harpy wing because I have the angel treads, which makes them stronger. Okay, that's the beehive. We know what that is. So far, still no temple. Another chest. I'm gonna need to get rid of that so I don't get baited into thinking it's something. I do need a flipper for something as well. Let's kill this turtle before it murders us in a video game. Okay. Ah! I don't have unlimited air yet, so I have to come up every so often. Alright. Alright, that is a Plantera bulb, so we might be near the place where there's like a bunch of Plantera bulb in like one area. It's like it's a special part of the jungle if it's the part I think we're at. I mean, it might be a random house, but it could also be the part of the jungle where there's like 30 houses with Plantera bulbs and a bunch of like gardens and stuff, you know? Okay. Yoink. Don't need, don't need, don't need, don't need. Always get rid of chests so you don't get baited into thinking there's something, and because it's gone, it's not a mimic. I might have to do the same thing with that other chest in the corner. Ah! Mr. Turtle, leave me alone! Don't care, don't care. Alright. There you go. Okay, so far, no temple. Let's see if we can spot it in, like, the background of something. Alright, no. Not yet, at least. I feel like I'm in that one level in Sonic where it's oops all water, and I remember drowning a lot because I wasn't good at it. All right. I do have platform. Okay, we're gonna put a platform over here for now. Beep. So we love that we got Plantera down first time, first try. Very pog. Now I have to find the temple. All right. Normal mimic, not a big deal. It's the biome specific mimics, like the Hallowed, Crimson, Corruption. Those ones are big scary. All right. Oh, that's dynamite. Ah, blew it all up. All right. Another Plantera bulb. Okay. More beehive stuff. Let's see. We can get rid of that. There we go. Makes it a lot easier to see. Ah, Queen Bee 2 Electric Boogaloo. Not like this. Thankfully, I can walk on water, so it's not that bad. It's when you beat, I think, the Plague Bringer Goliath, you'll run into trash mobs that are basically the Queen Bee, but they're way harder to kill. They do significantly more damage, and I'm not looking forward to that. Okay. Don't mind me, just looking for a temple to raid, and we have not found it yet. All right. Earth Elemental. That's a big boy. All right. Maybe I need what he drops. I don't remember. Oh, it's not a material. That's disappointing. On the upside, we've gotten a good bit of life crystals out of this, so we'll be able to turn those into heart lanterns. All right. No, we don't need that on. I'd rather not drain the lake entirely, because I can fish in it, you know? More bees, which really isn't a big deal. I'm still trying to find the actual temple, though. We don't need a Beozar because we already got one earlier. I can get more if I actually want that. Alright, let's see. Another planetary bulb, we'll need to be careful there. Further down we go, we have yet to find the temple. Ow. Okay, I did find the part of the biome that I was talking about. There's an area in the jungle that has a bunch of pre-built houses and stuff, and I think it's all this. Because it's got the vine bridges, etc. So that's something to be mindful of. Okay. Ah, more bees. Not the bees. Not the bees. It's bees. Alright, so what can we get rid of for a fact? I think I do still need Beekeeper, so that's fine to hold on to. We can get rid of Jungle Torches, we don't need Honeycomb. I can always get more honey, so it's kind of a non-issue. I think I might need this still. And then that's the one that makes bees stronger. This is not a material, so we're not going to keep it. Alright. Bee outfit, not a big deal. Not a bee deal. Alright. What else could I get rid of? I already have a needler. Oh, the bee gun as well. Boo. We'll set it up like that. We'll port back to town, dump a bunch more stuff. We're still looking for the Temple of Doom. We have yet to find it. Okay, quick stack. All right. There you go. Okay, so that can go. Annabelle and Joseph are throwing a party. I think there are some things that you can only get during a party, but I don't know if a party at this point gives the ones I actually need. Just gonna put some of these things away for now. I'm gonna hold on to it in case I actually find the temple. Alright. Ah, the cake. The cake is actually quite useful because it gives you like an action speed buff after clicking on it. that. We'll put it there. All right, there we go. Movement speed buff, I think it's called Sugar Rush. Lamau, very funny. VOD friends, lurkers, I hope you've been able to enjoy the stream so far. Palace Cats. Party time every time. Taking down Plantera the first time, that's better than I expected. I was expecting to struggle with it for at least a hot minute, but I'm grateful that we were able to get there. I am going to pick up this desert pylon because I can probably make a desert biome somewhere. We can always come back to get this if we need it. We're heading back to the jungle in our attempt to find the desert. Not the desert, find the temple. We also have an ad break just under 2 minutes. I'll try to give you an exact heads up of when it's gonna proc. Okay. Whee! Okay, so I needed to go the other way, it looks like. Well. I also will want to set up a chlorophyte farm at some point. I don't think we're there just yet, though. Ooh, life fruit. That's big. We'll need more of that shortly. Alright. Thank you. Alright. We can take the train track. It'll get us where we need to go a little bit faster. Alright. Yep, further down still. Yeah, maybe the temple's in this area. We'll find out shortly. Ad break is about the proc. I will see you all soon, TM. right, Meow, and we're back. Still no closer to finding the temple, but deeper and deeper we go into the jungle. It's gotta be here somewhere, you know? All right. Okay. Forget about dogs. Dynamite's man's best friend. Well, you know, at least until we get to the nukes. Then that will make terraforming even more efficient. That's perennial ore. Thankfully, we can mine it. Miss Luna Joe, thank you for stopping by. Thank you for the first time chat. I hope you're doing well. I'm trying to find the temple in Calamity currently. We beat Plantera. How are you doing? What have you been up to? Have you been having a good day? So yeah, as you can see, that's a giant Plantera bulb. There's some other Plantera bulbs up here, but we have yet to find the actual temple proper. I'm glad to hear you're doing well. I'm glad to hear that you're vibing. Hopefully you, your family, your dogs and cats are having a great Wednesday. All right, so let's see. I'm not doing bad. Thank you for asking. I'm still trying to find the temple. I was kind of hoping I'd find it by now. Honestly, this might be it right here. Let's go that way and see if that's what it is. Are you gonna be streaming tonight? And if so, what are you gonna be streaming? Yes, we found the temple. So now we just have to find the entrance of the temple. Okay, understood. I hope the gym went well and enjoy the relaxing you're gonna be able to do. Okay, nice. We naturally found the temple entrance. Normally I don't find it and then I have to like dig all the way around. So we're gonna wanna put like a bunch of torches down so I know where we need to go when we get to doing temple stuff. All right. There you go. All right, so what I'll probably end up doing between today and tomorrow's stream, I'll go on my other character, I'll use the rocket launcher with the nukes, and I'll go all the way down, straight shot, so I don't have to do all of this just to get to the temple again. Plantera was difficult. Not that I was overly in danger, more the fact that I had one of the weapons they recommended and it was doing fuck all damage. So I'm definitely not ready to farm Plantera, but I will have to at some point. Sadly, the Plantera weapon that dropped was the Nettle Staff, and it wasn't very good. Alright. This is one of the new ore added by Calamity. It's Perennial ore. If you have Shimmer, it can be shimmered into Chlorophyte and vice versa. I believe Perennial ore is the next big upgrade when it goes to armor. So when I want to fight Golem or go into the dungeon and get like the Ectoplasm, I'm going to want to have a full set of the Perennial armor. I think it's called like Reaver Bloom or something. I'm not sure. And yeah, definitely Bull. And yeah, I spent about probably an hour and a half finding Plantera, building the arena, and I'm like, oh boy, this is gonna be a real hoot and a holler actually fighting it. But getting it down on the first try was quite nice. Alright, let's see. I'll be live for probably about another 20 minutes or so. I want to even this out a bit. And since you haven't seen them yet, we're going to be looking at some Palace Cats per tradition. Alright, so let's see. Let me pull this up. So, Monolization is a website run by Roman Pavlov and Victoria. I'm not sure Victoria's last name. It has a list of all the Palace Cats, zoos where there's Palace Cats, videos of Palace Cats, and photos of Palace Cats. We're looking at some of them earlier. This is Sun Sin Yang, also known as Dunzi. This was taken January 8th. Very beautiful boy. You can see the big old peats. You can see the rounded ears, a boopable pink nose, a very healthy whisker subsystem. They will sit on their tail to keep their peats warm. The ears are rounded because there's not a lot of cover on the steppe. So having rounded ears instead of pointed ears, they will be ambush predators laying on the ground looking like a rock or something that has been covered by snow. Very adorable. Truly some of God's finest creatures. Another one of Dunzi, he's got a nice little wicker basket with a blanket. Cats be loafing around. If they fit, they sit. So I'm pleased that you love them, Luna. They all have distinct dot markings on their head. Sometimes they'll have a dent in the forehead, and that's tied to bloodline features. So there's a male Palace Cat named Lev, and he comes from the Khan bloodline. Khan's bloodline has a dent, whereas Bull and Polly and descendants of them have a rounded head. Yes, absolutely. They make a great loaf. And then this is also Dunzi. He's getting his eep on. Dunzi and several other Palace Cats live in a zoo in the Qinghai Tibet Plateau. And they are truly remarkable creatures. They got some orange around the snoot. They often have orange within the undercoat / on the bottom of their peats. Let's pull up a video or two of Palace Cats. Most of my crime feed is going to be true crime footage, because I have a degree in legal studies and I have a degree in criminal justice. So it's another thing I consume. All right, Palace Cats. So this is one of the classics. It's taken from a BBC documentary.
A Palace's cat. He has the densest fur of any cat in the world.
They do.
Nonetheless, to keep warm, he must catch up to 5 rodents a day.
so fluffy and round.
Top of the menu are voles.
Even their food is round. Yes, and it's an issue because they have to compete with other palace cats. Even though there are not many palace cats in like the same area, the example that someone used to display like palace cat population density, imagine going to like a major city and there's like less than 250 people in it. That's the kind of population density we're looking at. And mating season is only 1 day a year. So with that and the high infant mortality rate due to the weak immune system, it's not surprising why the palace cat is threatened in terms of conservation status.
Relative to body size, Palace's cats have one of the shortest legs of any cat. And that helps by giving them a low profile when stalking. But it's not so good for wading through deep snow.
So angry, so grumpy.
Never mind, there are plenty more. He just needs to stay focused.
And I mean, they're cats at the end of the day, so it's fine. Yeah, upset meows.
Unfortunately, the longer he's out in the snow, the colder his paws become. And he has only one way
It gets to like
to get the blood
minus 50
circulating again.
Celsius in their habitat, so that's heckin' cold.
That could be one shade too many.
Oh no.
Only one hunt in 3 by a Palace's cat is successful. No wonder he has the reputation of being the grumpiest cat in the world.
Yeah, they do be looking heckin' grumpy. It also helps that they have round pupils instead of the predatory slits that other animals have, so it makes them easier to ascribe human character traits to, as it were. Let me go off of full screen for a second. No, not that. Not that either. Brain. Yeah, we'll just have to do it this way. Yeah, I'm glad you find them adorable. There's another one of them actually putting their paws on their tail to keep warm. I'm gonna see if we can find that one. There's a longer one though. The 14-second one is gonna be difficult to capture. Where are you? I guess we will go with this one. And this one, this is Zelenogorsk. He was found in that town in Russia. It roughly translates to Greenburg/Greenville. It's gonna have to play through at least once because buffering is a hell of a thing. Yes, I wish they didn't have to step on their tail to keep their paws warm, but it is very much something that they are able to do. And their closest relative, the snow leopard, will hold its tail in its mouth and use that to stay warm. Let me see if I can find a different version of that. Also, yeah, they have a whole list of Palace Cats doing Palace Cat things. The website is called monetization.com if you're so interested. Let me see if I can find that other one. I know I have a video of it. No, but this one might be fine. Let's see. Yeah, this will work. And yeah, they have to learn how to do it. So this is baby Palace Cat at several months old trying to learn how to do cat things. So silly. Let's watch that again, since it's a short one. Yes, they are very small. The high infant mortality rate means you want to cherish all the Palace Cats. They can live for like up to 13 years in captivity. That's taking into account the ones that live to like 17, and then the ones that more or less don't make it out of being born, you know. There's a specific one I'm looking for right now.
The mantle knows where it is at all times. It knows this because it knows...
And this Palace Cat is known as Posy. He just turned 3 this... Well, he turned 3 in 2024. And he has a younger brother named Tashi. And he lives at either the same zoo or a different zoo. But they're absolutely adorable creatures.
Where it isn't, usually nabbing. By subtracting where it is from where it isn't, often a cozy EB spot, it gets a Snoob's deviation. The whisker subsystem uses these deviations to generate gentle honks, to guide the manual from a position where it is to a position where it isn't. Usually a warm nabbing spot, knowing it will end up EB and sleepy as ever. So, the position where it is becomes the position it wasn't. And keeping its peats warm on its tail, the position it wasn't is now the position it is. If this makes the mantle EB and sleepy, it's all part of the plan. If the mantle finds itself where it wasn't supposed to be, it just curls up and nabs. The manual guidance system ensures that, whether it's EB or sleepy, the manual is always where it needs to be, even if it isn't sure where it is. The mantle knows...
But yeah, we do love the mantle. That little copy pasta is from... The missile knows where it is at all times, and they more or less tailored it for Palace Cats. I also think I have one of them doing a big old honk. Let me see if we can find them doing a honk. This is either going to be Iris or Lotus. They're some of the kittens from the Flower 5. I think this is Iris. He's a very silly boy. And they're super round, especially in the winter. Oh, what a little guy. And then we have one more. Let me see if we can find it. This is of Dunsey. Someone decided to get a little too close to him, and he's not pleased. And that's another thing too, the Chinese palace cats, they love to rather than He's so adorable. He has a little house. So serious. Such a round boy. Oh, goodness. But yeah, so they're threatened. They don't live long. They're full of personality. Yeah, exactly. I don't know what the meaning of that is, but I know Dunsey and his sister, they do a lot of that. And the keepers have been with them long enough to have a general idea of what's going on. And there's actually quite a few palace cats that have homes. Some are more elaborate than others. I don't know if I have any of them saved, but sometimes it's just a tinier box like this. Other times it will be like the size of a shed or even more, and they have like the whole house to, you know, go in and out of, etc. This one is gonna be of Lev. He's also doing some honks. And yeah, Lev is the father of the Flower Five, so that's Primula, Olivia, Iris, Grusha, and Lotus. Also, Lev, in that stance, he kind of looks like the owl cat or owl bear from Baldur's Gate. I was going to say that the palace cats, such as like Lev and Grusha, Iris, Lotus, they all live in Japan, and they're very like personable slash people are aware of them on social media. That's not necessarily representative of the palace cat, because there's a lot of other palace cats around the world that more or less just like to chill and not be bothered, and you may rarely see them because I'm on the palace cat Discord, and there are various photographers who will make like pilgrimages to various zoos to see them, and sometimes they'll go to the zoo and maybe they only get like one picture of the palace cat, you know? Because in the wild, they are very solitary. They don't interact with people. And to give you an idea of scale, I have a picture of a palace cat interacting with a photographer. And you can see how tiny they are in comparison. Like, the palace cats always look big in these videos and photos because there really isn't anything else to act as reference, you know? So that's presumably your average Asian woman height. So probably less than 5 feet. And she's doing some photography. Such a tiny little guy. Yes, they are wild animals, and due to their weak immune system, they are not suitable for pets. Much like the fennec fox and other animals that are suited to like a very harsh climate, when they're outside of that, they don't fare well. So toxoplasmosis is lethal to Pallas cats, and there are several that have been scarred / disfigured from the infection, or like Teru, the one that died from toxoplasmosis. That's a thing. But yeah, they are truly some of God's finest creatures. I'm a huge fan of them, and I'm hoping in time with science we'll be able to give them better qualities of life, you know? We are going to find someone who's playing Terraria to raid. I'm stoked we actually found the temple. So tomorrow we'll be getting ready to do the dungeon and the temple, etc. Plantera didn't take as long as I thought it would. We're still not at a point where we can properly farm it, but at least we got it killed to allow the temple to be explored and such. Let's find someone to raid. Lurkers, VOD friends, thank you everyone for stopping by. I stream every Monday through Thursday, 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern. Normally it's Radical Red monotypes, but for 2 to 3 weeks we'll be doing Terraria Calamity mod. Thank you for being here. I wouldn't be able to do it without you. Even if you're only lurking, it's greatly appreciated. I hope everyone is able to have a good rest of their Wednesday into Thursday. And I will see you all tomorrow. We are going to find someone who's playing Terraria, ideally Calamity, to raid out. Let's see what we have. We can make this work, possibly. Let's see. Yeah, you as well, Luna. Thank you for stopping by. If you're streaming tomorrow, I'll make sure to check out your stream. I'll be streaming at the same time, per usual. I want to get the raid out before the ad, because, well, we don't really need an ad break since it's going to be ending. Okay. They have follower / sub only, so no raid for them. Feels bad. Let's see if we can find someone else to raid. All right. Let's see if that's correct. Yeah, that will work. Okay. Had to make sure they are actually streaming. I don't want to raid someone who's about to go offline, you know? Where are you? You are right here. Wow. I am not finding anyone to raid today. So I think we're just going to raid someone who's playing Pokemon. Because I know those ones, the ones I usually would raid are, what's it called? They don't have that system set up. All right, so it's gonna be someone who I used to raid. They're the ones who got me into playing Radical Red. they're probably doing either Radical Red or another difficulty ROM hack. I normally try to raid the same category that I was playing to more or less keep the vibe as is. All right. All right, let's send them some love. It looks like they had to restart their Nuzlocke of Radical Red, which is not surprising. Radical Red is incredibly difficult. VOD friends, lurkers, let's send them some love. I will see everyone tomorrow. We are going to get through this. Stay safe. Hang in there. And take care, Luna.
One HP. Meownwell, thank you for the raid. How was your stream? Are you playing some Radical Red? Added.